Happy Wednesday. First, I want to say thank you all for your lovely support last week. I mentioned that I was in the hospital with my dad, and you guys were so kind. So I want to say thank you. This week, it's still a mess. And I took the day, well, actually, I took the night, went to a hotel, and just got out of the swimming pool. And my sister took over for the day. So I'm going to head back there in a little while. But that's my life. I want to tell you 3 things I did this week that saved me tons of time with AI that you can use, and it's not really client related, but it's time related. It'll save you a lot of time. So you guys have probably heard me talk about Manus AI. So it's MANUS.ai. They're super innovative. I'd shared before how I use them to just design a whole new page of my website, like really quickly, and then it walked me through how to put it on my WordPress site. Well, they just released this week something called Manus Slides. And oh my gosh. So I was paying for beautiful AI. I pay for Canva anyway. So I've used Canva, beautiful AI. I used the Gamma for a little bit to make really pretty slides. But even with those, you really still have to tweak them a little bit. So Manus released Manus Slides. Here's what I did. I went to ChatGPT. I typed in, what I wanted the presentation to be about. I actually already had this presentation. I did it for somebody else, like ethics and AI. I went over to Manus and took a screenshot of my brand colors and just uploaded the screenshot. And then I took the content of the slide presentation that I did before, or the outline basically that I did with ChatGPT. So I took it over to Manus because I wanted it to look different. I wanted it to be a really nice presentation. The one I had before was like mediocre at best. Anyway, plugged it in and said, make this into a beautiful slide deck for me. And about 3 minutes later, it did it in my brand colors. It was perfect. It had pictures. Everything was spelled right. It was 22 slides long. Exactly right. There was one little picture that was kind of weird. And after I downloaded it, I was able to open it up in PowerPoint and just change that one picture. So it was super easy to do that because it lets you download it in like a .pptx or whatever the PowerPoint extension is. So I had that presentation done. Okay. And then the next thing I did that saved me time this week was I took that presentation over to HeyGen. They have like a presentations upload. So in HeyGen, if you don't know, is a place to have avatars. So I've got avatars that I've created over there. I've got my cloned voice over there. So I took the presentation that Manus made for me. I uploaded it at HeyGen and basically told ChatGPT, I just want a script for this whole thing. ChatGPT wrote a script for every single slide. And I just put it in, and then I enabled my avatar and my 11 Labs clone voice all inside of HeyGen. And I have an AI for ethics presentation that took me about, I don't know, an hour. I didn't need to edit myself, recording the video or anything like that. I used to, have to make the slide deck. I would take the slide deck over to Canva. I'd fix it over there. Then I'd do the presentation. Then I'd have to download the presentation. I'd have to take it to Descript. I'd have to edit it. It was a huge mess. This did it all. I didn't even have to put makeup on or anything. I didn't have to show up for that presentation. And especially in HeyGen, the avatar is just so little. You know how when you do a presentation, you're just little up there. So you really, in my opinion, can't even tell that it's AI generated, in my opinion. I mean, somebody else might watch and be like, it is, but to me, it doesn't seem like it is. So that saved me time. The other thing I did was I got a request from a nonprofit. It's like a huge nonprofit. They reached out to me and said, we want to hire you to be like our AI consultant to help us get AI incorporated into every aspect of our business. And I was like, okay, I would be happy to do that. I do that all the time with private therapists and that sort of thing and group practices. So I was like, this is awesome. So I met with them for a discovery call, and I had my Fathom recorder on in the background. If you guys haven't used Fathom, that thing is amazing. I use it for every single recording. It basically turns everything into, either a transcript or a summary. There's 30 or 40 different ways it allows you to summarize the content. At the bottom, it tells you everything that you agreed to follow up on or everything you need to follow up on from the meeting. So I took the transcript from Fathom, it's just a copy, and put it in ChatGPT under one of the GPTs that I built, which is like Kim's coaching bot. So it's essentially me as a coach. So I put it over there, uploaded the transcript, and I said, I want to make a really robust presentation or proposal for these people to price this thing the right way, because they're a nonprofit. They were kind of for our budget's sort of tight. So I told it to take that into account. I put the link about their company in there, and I just had ChatGPT basically do this amazing proposal for me that was really aligned with me still needing to make money to take care of myself around how much money I make, to help. Because it's going to be a lot of hours that I'll need to use to help them with this. So I wanted to make sure I'm pricing it right, but also taking into account that it's a nonprofit and all of that. And then, I wanted to do it like a retainer, which I haven't done a lot, but I want to be on retainer as a consultant. Normally I just go in and go out. But this was a new sort of way I want to start doing this stuff more on a retainer basis where you can just kind of pick my brain whenever you want, but keep me on retainer. So anyway, I told ChatGPT all that. I gave it the transcript from the discovery call and I was like, just make a kick-ass proposal to send them. And it was really, really good. I sent it over yesterday. So I can't wait to hear what they say. I think they're going to love it. But those are 3 ways that I used AI this week to just run my business, save a ton of time. And I'm just constantly able to put out like really good, meaningful content really quickly, which allows me to scale. It gives me more time to just like spend my life in other ways, not working all the time. So I hope you found that helpful. If you're watching and you have questions, let me know. I can put the tools down in the links so you guys know what I'm talking about. The HeyGen, 11 Labs, Manus, and yeah, I think there's another one you need links to. But if you have any questions, if you watch this later, let me know. Okay, I hope you guys have a great day, a great week. Bye.